I really should have cleared my throat before starting this voiceover, instead of trying to do it in the 3-second countdown that I had. Anyway, hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new Sims 4 video, and today we are doing another build. I say another build, I actually don't do builds as much, because we all know they are not my forte. Is that the right word? Forte? Yeah. Anyway, I thought that today I'm going to attempt to build a 2-story house for the first time, because I don't think I've ever really built one. Okay, I definitely have. If you go look at the gallery, I definitely have built one, but like I've not built one and actually like tried to make it look good, you know? Whereas this one I really wanted to try and make it look good. So I had a little bit of an inspo pic of what I had in mind that I was trying to build, and I actually think I did not do that bad of a job. I know it probably does look slightly generic, and if you are a Sims 4 builder then you're probably like, this is nothing special, but for me this is really good. Which is why I decided to dedicate a whole video to it. I actually just think it turned out super cute. I ended up calling the house, because I was very uninspired, Yellow Lello, which is great. If you can't tell it, it's going to be yellow on the outside. And, oh, the good news about this house, if you actually do like it and you want to download it, it's base game. I only did it, like, it's a base game only house, which is great. Because, you know, me doing a 2-story house was not a challenge enough. I thought, let's just add the base game element to it as well. I will say it is kind of well, it's not too bad with the price. I think it's like 55,000, which I don't think it's too bad. Maybe I've been playing too much in my current household where I had too much money, but like, I don't think it's too unattainable. It's for probably like a family of 4, maybe. I mean, you could actually do it as a family of 5, thinking about it, because I did a kids room, and I included one of the like half bunk beds that we have, but I suppose you could just swap that out for like an actual bunk bed, which would be fine, and then it would fit 5 Sims. But yeah, I think it turned out super cute. It also does have a study downstairs, which I suppose if you really wanted, you could just take that out and then have it as a like bedroom. But yeah, anyway, the outside of the house, I think it looks okay. I don't think it looks too bad. I did include a little bit of the back garden as well. I always forget with The Sims, right, that when you do it on the gallery, I always forget which way on the gallery that it goes up, if that makes sense. So the end of the house, if you like, with the screenshots and stuff, anyway, basically what I'm saying, I had to like rotate the house, but it does all fit in perfectly, so that's fine. I just didn't know which way it was gonna go on the gallery. I probably should have checked that, but I just didn't. I couldn't be bothered. Anyway, I think this house looks really cute. I did end up adding an extra roof on. You'll see. I think I'm literally doing that right now. It's like I knew. It's like I knew. Yeah, I was debating about whether to keep this roof or not. I did in the end keep it, because I think it looked a little bit better actually. But I did debate about it for a little while, because I just didn't want it to look, I don't know, I didn't want to ruin it, but I actually think it does look really cute. I know it clips a little bit out the side, but to be honest, I was like, I don't really know how to fix that, and I don't think it looks too bad. I actually think it looks better. So yeah, I think it turned out really cute. I'm really happy with it, if you can't tell. I'm like proper gassing myself up, because this is like one of the first builds that I've made that I'm like actually kind of proud of. Like, I'm actually really happy with just how it looks. Anyway, I did not make the back garden as big as the front. It is quite tiny, because obviously I did it this sort of rotation. I was quite confined with the space, whereas if I had rotated it earlier, I would have had more space and potentially would have made it a tiny bit bigger. But yeah, I also like, there's not that many items in the base game that you like can include, if that makes sense. Like, there's not that many hobbies and skills and fun little things, so you kind of are a little bit limited anyway with like how much you can put in. So yeah, that was also part of the reasons. I actually didn't realise how much of a struggle it was to do a base game house until I've actually tried to do it. Because normally the last house that I did was the tiny home, and I did tiny living plus base game, which that itself was a little bit of a challenge. But yeah, it wasn't until I was actually doing this that I was like, oh, this is a bit more challenging than what I thought. But yeah, anyway, like I said, it's not a starter home by any means, because it is like 55,000, I think. But if you want just a nice home for like your growing Sims, I think it's not bad price, and it, like I said, turned out really cute. And like I said, if you are just somebody that has base game or barely any packs, then it's probably a good house for that, I guess. Anyway, the other element I am not good at building with is landscaping. There's two elements I always struggle with, and that is landscaping and roofing. So I went very simple with the outside. Don't think it looks bad by any means. I think it looks kind of cute, but it probably could be better, perhaps. I don't know. Anyway, I always forget normally a mailbox or a bin or lights. That's my common thing to forget, but I did try today and to remember everything. So I think this house has everything it needs. Well, obviously it has the mailbox and the bin, because you've literally just seen me put that in, but I think it also does have I think I remembered lights in every room. I'm sure I did. Although now I'm kind of doubting myself, but I think I did. I'm sure I'll realise halfway through this re-recording, this voiceover, if I have forgotten anything. But yeah, I actually spent a while trying to work out the layout, particularly upstairs. I wasn't sure whether I wanted it to be open plan or like more closed, but I definitely made it more the closed layout just because of how I did like the hallway and the stairs basically. But I also feel like because I grew up in the UK, a lot of our houses are quite closed off. Like, I feel like the more open living, open plan sort of like style has kind of come into fruition into some modern homes, like recently, in the last like decade or so. But I feel like most houses still are very much like quite closed off. Rooms are quite separated, which is probably why this build is a little bit more like that as well. But I don't think it looks bad. I think there wasn't really a good way of me making this open plan anyway. I think there had to be an element of it that was closed off. Anyway, I was really worried actually about this build, because one of the reasons I always get a little bit put off by like doing 2-story houses is the fact that I get scared that I'm not going to be able to fill the space. Like, it's just too much space and my brain just gets a bit overwhelmed. But actually in this particular case, I don't think it looks that bad. I think I was able to fill the space pretty good without it looking too chaotic or too bad. But yeah, so I will say the one thing that I struggled with in terms of, because obviously I made this house like a bit more the yellow theme, but I didn't realise how dire our kitchen cabinets are in the base game. Like, don't get me wrong, these are not bad cabinets, but at the same time, like, where's the cute swatches? Like, I looked at the modern counter, and the only yellow swatch we had was this really ugly, like, yellow, and I was like, I'm not digging that. So, yeah, that was a bit disappointing, but, you know, anyway. I will say, I did use a couple of the items I think that we got for, like, reward events. I'm assuming everybody would have access to it, even if you didn't do the event, but I'm not sure now that I've said that out loud. So, I haven't said that. I think I only used the bar stools that we got from the reward event. So I didn't, like, use loads of items that you'd have to replace or anything. So that's always good. But yeah. Anyway, I'm really intrigued to see how you guys think I did. Because, like I said, I don't think I've actually built a 2-story home in the longest time, like at least a really, really long time, because I do sometimes look at like really old videos to see what I used to do, and I did one, and it was like, I don't know what was going through my head when I did it, but it was hideous. So I probably haven't built a 2-story home in probably like 5 years. It's got to be around about that point, maybe longer, but like about 5 years, because I normally just get them off the gallery. Like, that's the same thing to do. Normally just get it off the gallery, bish bash bosh, done. But yeah, it felt good to do my own, to be honest. I actually really liked the sliding door as well to go to the outside. I don't know why, I just really like it. Particularly because, like, in my home anyway, the back door is, like, at the kitchen. So I feel like it's a logical place to put a back door and, like, an entranceway downstairs. Anyway, the only space that I wish I could have done more with was the hallway. I feel like I just didn't really do much with it. I put a coat rack there, and I can't remember what else I put. I coat rack, an umbrella thing. No, not an umbrella thing, because that came with seasons. But, like, I don't know. I put, like, just your general hallway things, but I wish I could have put something else there. I guess because normally when I do play with seasons, I have the thermostat and the decoration box, which I normally put in the corner. But yeah, anyway, what we're doing right now is the office space, which is really nice. I like giving my Sims an office space because I do feel like that's kind of practical. I think I also put an easel in there as well. I always put in an easel. That's kind of not new news at this point. And then I think I also put in like a little reading nook. I'm kind of obsessed with the idea of having a library at the minute. I don't know why, but I love reading a lot, and I think I'm just projecting the fact that I want a library when I eventually move out, which is never gonna happen realistically, but there we go. Well, not me moving out, just me not having a library. Anyway, the other thing that I really did struggle with was paintings. I know there's probably a way somewhere to get debug paintings, but I just didn't do that for this one. But I just feel like the walls in some of the cases looked a little bit bare, but there's not a lot I can do about that, unfortunately. So there we go. Anyway, obviously I have been filming a lot lately. A lot of voiceovers at the moment. I've been trying, I always try and mix up my content with like voiceovers and like just more longer form content, or like create sim challenges or whatever. I do try and spice it up a bit because I like doing all forms of content. The only reason I've been doing a little bit more voiceovers, I think I explained it anyway in my last video, but I am going away, so I'm kind of prepping for that. / I'm kind of trying to make sure that I have a surplus of videos so that I'm not like stressing when I get back home that I need to record and edit and blah blah blah. But yeah, after I've done this video, I think I'm basically on track, or at least I've done like enough for me to have a nice break, a well-deserved break where I don't have to worry too much about pre-recording, so that is great. But equally, it's not been that much of a chore for me to like film or edit. Like, I've been really enjoying the content that I've been making and putting out, so that's always good. But yeah, I do always struggle with doing like build challenges specifically because I'm just not a builder, but I've been watching so much build content at the minute, and I'm like, I wish I was better. So I might do a whole video, like, or maybe a whole series dedicated to me learning how to build, because I feel like that would be kind of interesting to watch. But like, let me know if you think that would be interesting to watch if you've made it this far into the video. Anyway, yeah, so I'm trying to think about what else to talk about. I'm not gonna lie. There's only so much you can talk about. I don't know how Simmers do it, genuinely. Anyway, I haven't clicked on any of the videos yet, so I don't know how true it is, but apparently the next pack leak is like hobbies and businesses or something like that, and it kind of made me laugh a bit. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of cackled to myself because I thought businesses kind of gives me like get to work vibes. So I don't really know how they're going to justify a whole new pack around it. But hobbies is something that I actually said that I wanted, I believe, at like the end of my videos last year. So I'm kind of completely down for that. The only thing that I would say though is that like, I don't know how they're going to do it, because there's so many packs that include so many hobbies. Like, you've got the knitting pack, and then you've got like cross stitch, and yeah, I don't know. I guess it kind of depends what hobbies they do. I guess when I was on about hobbies, I was thinking like hobbies and activities. So maybe they'll just go for like something like skateboarding and things like that. I have no idea. Like I said, I have not clicked on any of the videos yet. All I know is that like that's what every Sims YouTuber has been quoting in their titles. So I can only go on the impressions that I get from just the titles alone. Anyway, yeah, I would be intrigued to see how they do it, because like I said, I don't really understand how they can do businesses again, because I feel like they're not horrific. Retail's not done bad necessarily and get to work, and I actually made that point in a video that I did, which was like, is the Sims 4 get to work the worst pack? And I basically spoke about the fact that, you know, the features aren't necessarily done bad. I just think it's kind of a product of its time and it's not aged the best, if that makes sense. But yeah, so I'd be really interested to see how they kind of do that, because it kind of feels like stuff that we've already got in the game. So yeah, anyway, this was the bit where I like had this weird layout and I was like, oh, I'm not happy with this at all, because I was like, I think I was like planning like 3 bathrooms on this upstairs. Actually, was there 3 bathrooms? Yeah, and then I was like, no, that's so excessive. Why do I need a 4 bathroom house with like 2 bedrooms? So in the end, I went for like 3 bedrooms, and then I originally did a ensuite for the master bathroom and got rid of it, because I kind of realized that I couldn't really put anything in the master bedroom other than a bed, and I was like, oh, okay, so I got rid of the bathroom and then was able to put in like a wardrobe and blah blah blah. But yeah, so there's 2 kids' room. So there's one that I've kind of set up for like infants or like infants and toddlers maybe. And then I've got like a kids' room as well as like the main bedroom, which is pretty cool. I didn't realise, okay, this was the thing about doing a base game house though. I did not realise that the playing mat came with growing together. If you do not have growing together, what are you doing with your infants? Like, genuinely, I don't understand how you can like progress through the motor skills and all the rest of it with your infants. So I genuinely, if you have growing together, let me know how you're doing. Let me know how you're coping with your infants, because I am genuinely intrigued. But yeah, anyway, what are you guys happy about the new expansion pack leak? Is it something that you guys want? Because to be honest with you, I feel like a lot of simmers, including myself, have been very like critical about gameplay for quite a long time now. Because if you think about it, there's only so much gameplay you can do in the game, and I kind of find that my gameplay does become slightly repetitive, and maybe that's just because of the way that I play the game personally. But I do find that sometimes the gameplay becomes slightly repetitive. It gets a little boring. So it would be kind of cool to have some more like hobbies and activities to do within the game. But yeah, I'm also intrigued how they're going to make it different from what we've already got, you know? Anyway, I would love to know if you guys, like what sort of content you guys want to see in general. I say this quite often, particularly at the end of my videos. I should probably say at the start of my videos, because people probably tune in more to the start. Anyway, I always struggle a little bit with content sometimes, because like I said, I do like a mix of like gameplay challenges and also just, I don't know, like create sim stuff and build stuff and whatever. Sometimes it's just nice to do like loads of different things, but I kind of want to see what you guys want to see. Yeah, obviously I do take your comment suggestions quite a lot. Like, obviously I did the whole video which was like giving my sim the perfect life after I did rags to riches, because I had a comment about it and I thoroughly enjoyed it, and actually it did pretty well, so I think you guys enjoyed it too, which is cool. So I might do more of that, I guess. I did think about trying to bring my Sims 4 Let's Play back, but as a video versus live stream, because I kind of found out that I don't mind doing live streams, but I do sometimes find them slightly stressful. Like, I get a little bit anxious before, and even though I'm fine when I'm on it, I just feel a bit anxious, and I don't want to kind of create that mindset on myself, if that makes sense. So, you know, I want it to be good vibes only, and if I'm not feeling it right now, then that is okay as well. But yeah, I don't know what I'm saying at this point. I think I actually did swap out the like toddler and baby stuff. It's a little bit higgledy-piggledy, and then it gets a little bit better. I think I just swapped the swatch out for the crib and made it a little bit better. But yeah, I don't know why I made the house so yellow, but obviously I did call it Yellow Lello, so it's yellow for a reason. I'm so glad my name is super inspiring. But yeah, anyway, if you do want to download it, then I always put the link, I always leave my links in the description if you want to go check out. I think I've got Twitter. I don't actually know what social media I've got nowadays, but I think I at least leave a link to the gallery. So, you know, if you want to go download it, you absolutely can. It's got a lot of hobbies and skills and stuff there. I always try and include a lot of things for my Sims to do in the house, because sometimes I feel like it's good to have a practical house versus, like, you know, like a house that just looks pretty. Don't get me wrong, I like a combination. I want my house to look pretty, but I also want it to be, like, functional, you know? Whereas I feel like sometimes you could download some like houses from the gallery and it's just like there's a lot of clutter, and then you actually have to delete a lot of it to make it functional. I'm definitely not that sort of person, as you can probably tell by my builds. But yeah, that's also no tea, no shade. Sometimes, like, you do want a house that's got clutter on and loads going on, but sometimes if you're playing a game, you don't want to do that. That is okay. Anyway, we are kind of getting near the end, I think, of the voiceover. I always use this as an opportunity to just say, like, a massive thank you for the support of my channel, as always. Thank you for bearing with me whilst I've been pre-recording. Yeah, thank you so much. I had to literally just stop that voiceover because I feel like the biggest sneeze in the history of the universe. If you can't tell, I still sound a little bit nasally. I've been basically ill since, like, December. Not to go on a tangent, I think I've already spoken about it in my last video. I need to really try and boost my immune system. I think it's also a con of living in the UK because we don't get much sunlight. Vitamin D levels are lower anyway, so immunity is not great. Anyway, like I said, I normally just say a massive thank you for the support and love on this channel, because it's definitely become a bit of a passion project in the last few months. And yeah. Oh, do you know what? You can tell I really put effort into this house, because I even remembered to put in curtains. I never remember curtains in this game. And then I'm like, why do my windows look so ugly? And it's because I forget curtains. Anyway, yeah, I think I've said everything that I need to say. But yeah, I guess I should probably just say, if you have enjoyed, please leave a like, go subscribe if you haven't already, go leave a lovely comment if you enjoyed this build and you want to see me doing more builds, and if you do want me to do a build series on trying to learn how to build different styles of houses, because I think that would be very interesting. And yeah, we're just going to continue. Oh, this was the back garden. This is what I was on about. I was very confined with space, as you can see. But if you actually do go download this house, because I did it on, like, one of the Newcrest, I think it's the 30 by 20 lot in the starter bit of Newcrest. So if you do go into that specific lot, you'll just have to, well, you could expand it, I suppose, if you wanted to. Like if you have more packs, I would probably add, like, the seasons or eco-living stuff, because that's what I normally do. But yeah, I don't know, I think this place turned out really good. Anyway, we are getting near the end of the voiceover, so I am gonna love and leave you guys, and I hope to see you all next time. Bye everyone.